to elect to go through it unless if you meet special conditions.
What special conditions?
He wants to know what special conditions allow a person to go through it.
Person traveling with usually just children 75 and older, or if they're pre-checked.
So you're aware that you guys do not have the right to discriminate based upon age? Because that's the same as racist discrimination. That's the same as gender discrimination.
Not all ages are protected by constitutional requirements, but it's actually only over a certain age.
I'm sorry, but I don't recognize the Constitution as protecting anybody.
Very good.
I'm born with my rights. Are you not? Do you believe that a document that was signed over 200 years ago gives you rights?
So here's the thing. I've given you 3 opportunities here, and you got a choice. If you would like to go through AIT, of course that's an option to you. If you choose not to do that, you can do the opt-out. With that, I would give you the advisements far before we go there so you know what to expect. If you choose not to do that, you'll have to make other arrangements.
Is there a way that I can get out without having the risk of cancer upon my body and without getting sexually molested?
Well, that's your interpretation.
Would you like somebody to touch your balls? Like, is that something that
I've been
you...
through the pat-down procedure.
And how did that feel?
It really didn't bother me that much.
Well, you've probably never been a victim of sexual molestation,
You're
have you?
right, I haven't. So
Okay.
I wouldn't understand what that was like.
So do you realize that you force several thousands of people every day who have been a victim of that to undergo a traumatic pat-down, as you call it, when really it's just a molestation?
Okay. So the choices here are clear.
And
if you
the
go
website...
through the AIT, I mean, I'm not going to try to convince you that it's safe. I'm not going to convince you that it isn't. You have the information that you can read right there that tells you exactly what risk levels are available to you.
Well, you guys even lie about the risk levels.
I don't lie about anything.
Well, the website lies, and you are here as a representative of TSA, and so I expect that what comes out of your mouth is what TSA is saying to me.
What is TSA saying there? What you told me that makes it a lie?
TSA is saying that the imaging that they use is non-ionizing, and there's no way that you can determine that because each person is different, and the level at which the radiation may ionize within somebody's body can be different for different people. So you have no way to
So when you're
ensure...
standing outside, you consider that the radiation risk level of being outside is too great to be outside?
There are times where the sun does use ionizing radiation, but that is a choice.
When you're aboard the plane and they say that it's equivalent to a certain level of exposure, do you feel that risk level is
I haven't encountered that. I have concerns with the body scanner technology.
Well, I'm only saying it because obviously there's a certain degree of risk in everything we do, right? This has been determined safe as by the evaluations that have been, both the safety evaluations and the testing evaluations have determined it safe. I have no reason to discount that as anything other than safe. You've made a determination that you're allowed to make, which is you're not comfortable with it. Okay?
And your website indicated...
That's more than fair. It's more than fair. I wouldn't tell you that you're wrong for having that personal view.
But listen for a second, please.
I am listening.
I bought my plane ticket with the understanding from your website that I could either choose to go through a body scanner or I could choose...
I didn't see where it was giving you an option of a metal detector.
It said the 2 options that you use.
No, it says the two devices, two pieces of equipment.
2 primary methods of security screening. So there was nothing in there which indicated only people of a certain age are allowed to go through the metal detector. There was nothing that indicated to me that I would not be able to go through a metal detector. So I bought a plane ticket, which is non-refundable, under the condition that I would be able to pass through a metal detector. And now you're trying to limit my right to travel.
At this point, is there anything I can do to end your compliance with this, or are we just done?
I can file a lawsuit against you.
Well, you're welcome to do so, but I can't. Well, I can't spend any more time debating it because I have no authority to debate the procedures. I cannot make an exception for you to screen you differently based on your viewpoint. What I can tell you is these are the two options that are available to you. There are no other options that I'm able to offer you at this point in time.
Well, if you walk away, I'm just going to go through the line and try again. So I'm going to do this, and next time I won't stand out of line. So we need to come to a determination here because you are limiting my right to travel. You are making it so that my ticket, which I paid for, is void because I can't use it if I can't get on the plane. So are you going to recompense me for that cost? Since it's your fault, since your website indicated that I could use a metal detector? I mean, you can either let me fly or you can give me my money back.
Well, those are neither of the options that are available,
Why?
as I just told you.
Why is your website a lie?
It isn't. You just read it to me.
Yes.
And you just said that it never said in there that that's an option available to you.
Okay. It never said it wasn't. It did too. It said the two
It didn't say
security
that was
methods.
an option for you.
It didn't say that the body scanner was an option for me either.
It did say it was a primary.
It said that they were both primary methods.
If you want to read it again, maybe we could do that, or I could pull it up. But I'm really not going to debate it with you. It's
Go
not
ahead
my
and pull it up
determination.
and either give me my money back or allow me to pass through and fly.
You know what I think? I think that this is a great opportunity for you to make something out of this situation. And I don't feel that you actually are interested in following through with going through either one of those options because you said that you're not comfortable with them. So I really can't accommodate anything else myself. So I told you what your options are. You're not choosing those. So I'm done talking with you at this point in time.
Okay, so I can go through the metal detector then?
No.
Oh, well, how can I get to my flight then? Show me a pathway so that I can go to my airplane, which I paid for. Or give me my money back.
Well, I'd be happy to walk out and put a good word in with the airlines, but I don't determine that. That's not me. You know, I have no say on. That's a private type thing. That's not anything that I have control over.
Okay, so would you like to walk with me back to the airline
Yeah, I'd
and
be
see if
happy
we
to
can
do
get the
that.
money back?
Absolutely.
And if I can't, then I'm going to come back and attempt to pass through security again.
Well, that would be up to you, but I'd be happy to go out with you and put a good word in for you and see what they're able to do. I mean, it's their determination ultimately.
Well, isn't it your fault?
Well, it doesn't. I don't know at this point that it matters who's at fault. What matters is getting you a resolution to your situation.
Okay, so you're so you're willing to put in a good word to the airline, and if their policy says they can't, then will TSA
Well,
refund me?
I'm going to hope for the best on this.
Okay. You're not going to leave my side, are you?
No, I'll go out with you.
You promised?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm good for my word.
Let's go.
So, just going to brief the officer real quick.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. So what's up?
This guy isn't letting me go through the metal detector like the website said I could, and he is telling me that I either have to go through a cancer-causing body scanner or get molested before I can get on the plane,
Well, I
which
don't think
fly
he
for.
said you had to get molested.
Well, he calls it a pat-down, but that's a euphemism for sexual molestation.
Okay, not in my experience, but
Have you ever been sexually molested?
I've gone through the checkpoint.
Have
many
you ever
times.
been sexually molested?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Well, all right. So we're going to have to go through whatever scan they choose you to go through, and you're going to have to go through a pat down.
Okay, I'm not
Four.
getting a pat-down, and I'm not going through a cancer
Okay,
causing
then.
thing. Well,
Right, then we're out of luck.
well,
So at this point, what I've told him is that the primary means of screening is the AIT. That he's more than welcome to go through that. He doesn't want to do that, which I said is his right. Then he has the alternate option, which is opting out. He can opt out.
Right.
And then he'll be subjected to a pat-down. He doesn't want to do that. And I said, well, at this point, there's a third option, which is he's more than welcome to leave. His concern around that is he already paid money for his ticket. I said, I'd be happy to go out. I said, this is their choice totally. I'm not saying the airlines would do it. I'm happy to go out with you put a good word in for you. Maybe they'd be willing to refund your money. Maybe they won't.
What airline is it?
Alaska.
Okay.
But figured we could go out there, and
Right.
if that's what he's comfortable doing, is saying I just want my money back, and I'll go do something else. I mean, I'd be happy to help that process along. You know, I mean, I don't want him to be feeling like he's forced to do anything. Really,
Well, I
at this
feel like
point.
you're limiting my right to travel, which is my right as a native to America.
Okay, and everyone has to go through some sort of security.
Well, not everyone, because, well, I'm willing to go through the metal detector, and they've told me that people at certain ages are allowed to go through the metal detector, and I believe that's age discrimination. I believe that they're not legally allowed to
Okay,
participate in age
right now-
discrimination.
right
Please
now-
don't interrupt next time.
Right now, we have option A, which is to go through the scanner. Option B, which is to go through the pat down. Or option C is we'll try to get you a refund and you can find another means of travel.
And why does the option that is listed on the website, which is use the metal detector, why is that
I
taken
don't-
away from me?
I'm not going to really speak to that. I mean, first of all, like we looked at the verbiage of it. That's not how I interpret the verbiage. It is how you interpret it. It's not how I interpret it. I don't know that anybody. I'm not saying I wouldn't think that most people would interpret it that way. I respect your perspective, but I'm just saying I don't interpret it that way, and I don't think it's indicating that at all. It didn't sound like that when you read it to me, and from what I know on knowing the procedures, that's not what it indicates in any way.
Are you aware that it is unlawful to discriminate based upon age, race, or gender? Are you aware of that?
I'm also aware that Article 16 special needs searches gives certain parameters that say that this is a little bit different than your normal search and seizure out in the public, right? This is different. So there's been Congress has given legal parameters that are different under this environment than they are outside this environment.
So then why can you not use your authority and wise judgment to allow me to pass through a metal detector, which is I know to be safe. You can screen me adequately.
What was your first name?
My name is Robbie.
Robbie. All right, we're not getting very far. No matter how long you stand here.
Well, I want answers to the questions.
Okay, well, they're not going to get answered here, and no matter how long you stand here, the options are still going to be A, B, C. If there's not going to be a D, there's not going to be an A1.
And why are you speaking for TSA in this matter?
No, I'm speaking for the airport.
How do
because-
you represent the airport? Okay, it says Port of Portland Police. I assume that's
Correct.
City of Portland.
Port of Portland.
Okay, what's that?
You're standing in it.
Okay, so you have
The authority to remove you if you are not willing to go through screening.
You don't have the authority to remove me.
No, I do.
No, you don't. That would be assault.
No, it wouldn't be assault.
Yes,
it would
it
be.
is. I'm in a public place.
Okay. Right now, just pay attention. If you want to record it, record it. Since you're not willing to go through screening,
I am.
they've given you the options. You're not willing to take the options they've given you. So
I am.
Are you going to do A or B?
I'm willing to go through the metal detector, which is
All right.
listed on the website.
Done. You're not willing? No, we're done. I'm telling you, I'm giving you a lawful order as a police officer that you have to leave.
Well, I don't recognize that authority.
Let's try number 2. Right now, you are not allowed to be here.
Why?
You're not going through the screening process. I'm giving you a lawful order to leave, or you will be arrested for trespassing.
Why am I not allowed to
Robbie,
be here?
are you listening to me?
I am. I'm asking you
Because
questions.
you're not going through the process. You'll have to walk out here.
Are you attempting to not listen and answer my questions?
Would you like to walk out here now?
I would like to go on my flight, which I paid for.
61.